Hi Libra, thanks for reaching out for your weekly forecast. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here, our mermaid deck, going in with the mermaid and ocean theme for the summer. And then we're going to pull spiritual message for you guys from this deck here. So without further ado, my darling Libras, we're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up for you for the week ahead. I do apologize for the late video post, guys, but this full moon energy has been kicking my booty. I don't know if any of you are feeling it, but we're just going to see what's coming up for the energies for you guys in the week ahead and what messages are coming up for you guys in the week ahead. So your first card here is transformation. Okay, so this is about a whole new sense of renewal, right? Changing of self, right? Very much like the caterpillar going into the cocoon, becoming the butterfly. Now, the feeling I feel in this card, though, I feel like the coming out end of the transformation, not like the going in, right? Like you've already been in the cocoon. You've already been, you know, like baking for a while here, and now you're ready, and you're ready to come out, to be seen, to enjoy life, right? There's almost a sense or a feeling of playfulness here with the seals, like you're ready to start interacting again. So Libra, I feel like a lot of you are coming out of a long time keeping to yourself or being alone, and you're ready to begin interacting, or you're ready to just be in situations where you're enjoying yourself, right? Those of you that you watch my videos regularly, you might have heard me talk about how I view the Ace of Cups, that when I see the Ace of Cups come up for a person in a reading, it's telling me that they're shifting their karma to like the positive lessons, the happy lessons, the good karma, the karma that feels good, the lessons that you learn in ways that are enjoyable. I'm getting that feeling from this card. I'm getting the feeling of, you know, beginning to grow and, you know, improve yourself through accomplishments and playfulness and being happy. So there's a feeling here of like coming out of your shell even, right? And this white cloth, you know, draped over her, it's like this whole new fresh start, right? This whole new fresh start, being in your natural self, being in your natural form. Some of you might even be going back to a more natural look, right? Like maybe some of you have been like wanting like to go and get like work done on your face and Botox and plastic surgery and I don't know what, and a lot of people can't do that stuff right now, right? Depending on where you live in the world, where you live in the United States, you might not have access to that stuff anymore. Or dyeing your hair, or just changing things about yourself, or just trying to like do things to make your body look differently, or whatever it is. Like maybe some of you have been working out or exercising in a really specific way because you want your shoulders to look a certain way, and you want your legs to look a certain way, or like whatever it might be. I just feel like you're embracing a more natural way of being. Like you're still gonna take care of yourself, but you're not gonna be like, you know, stressing yourself out trying to look a certain way or trying to be a certain way, right? Like okay, I'll go work my arms, or okay, I'll go work my legs or whatever, but you're not doing it in a way where you're trying to get like a specific look. It's more just about, I feel good, I feel healthy, I feel strong. Or even, like I said, maybe you're like being more natural with your hair. You're not like chemically treating it or dyeing it, or, you know, trying to make it do things that it doesn't naturally do. Or, you know, not trying to make your self look a certain way. Like, I feel like a lot of you are returning to a more natural look and a more organic way of life. And when I say organic way of life, I don't necessarily mean some of you are going like all organic in your food. Maybe some of you are. But when I say organic way of life, I mean doing what feels natural to you, right? Just kind of living more intuitively, I guess is the best way that I can put it. So your next card here, Libra, ooh, that really, I just got chills. I just got chills. This card really confirms the vibe that I was feeling for you guys with this card here. You guys have freedom, right? I think all in the end, Libra, like you're just in this energy where you're embracing yourself, you're embracing the changes, and you're just wanting to live your life and you're wanting to be happy. You're not wanting to be under any kind of constructs, right? Like you're like, well, if I'm going to go work out, if I'm going to go to the gym, or if I'm going to go work out or something, I want to enjoy my workout. I don't want it to feel like a punishment. I don't want to feel like I'm, forcing my body to do things that don't feel natural to me, right? I want to challenge it in ways that feel good. I don't want to challenge it in ways that feel punishing or excessive, right? Or, I want to work on myself, but I want it to be enjoyable, right? Like, I don't want to feel like I have to be a certain way or look a certain way. Like, I don't feel like I don't want to be in some kind of mold, right? I just want to be in the element and just kind of go in the direction where I feel called. So freedom in that way. Freedom also, a lot of you might be coming out of a situation that's been taking a lot of your mental energy. Maybe you've been obsessing about something, or you've been going back and forth with someone, whether it's a work situation or a relationship, and you're just like, you know what? I don't want to go back and forth anymore. Like, you might be excusing yourself from a situation, right? You're like, well, I don't want to have another conversation about why I didn't get the promotion, or what do I have to do to move up, or what do I have to do to get a raise, or I don't want to have another conversation with this person about when are they going to feel ready to commit and where do they see the relationship going. You're just in this energy of like, you know what, if it's not moving forward, I'm not forcing it. Aries had something very similar too. Surprise, surprise. Libra and Aries, you guys have been kind of coming in and out of each other's readings for a while now. But there's this sense of just kind of coming out of the net, coming out of the trap, being in your natural element. Now, the orange is really jumping out for me in this card. There's like all these various shades of orange. That lighter orange, medium to lighter orange, is the color of the sacral chakra. So this might be a good week, Libra, for some of you maybe to do work on the sacral chakra, like maybe do meditations around the sacral chakra or any kind of work around the sacral chakra. I know that there are a lot of people, this is not scientifically proven, obviously, but there are a lot of people that have the belief that if you eat the fruits and the vegetables that are the color of the chakra you're wanting to clear or work on, it's going to help strengthen and clear that chakra. So if the sacral chakra is orange, you could do like, oranges, carrots, orange bell peppers, I guess, anything else that's orange. I'm like drawing a blank right now. There's actually orange cauliflower. I saw it in the grocery store the other day, which is actually naturally occurring. I had to Google that. I was like, what? Like, did they dye the cauliflower? No, it actually grows that color. So maybe eating fruits and vegetables that are orange, yams, just whatever, whatever comes to mind. But yeah, sense of just like not wanting to go around in circles about a situation. Some of you might also be interacting with someone who is giving you a sense of freedom, or you're seeing someone that maybe before you disliked that person. Maybe you thought, oh, that person is irresponsible, or oh, that person is reckless, or oh, that person is selfish, or oh, that person is foolish, or whatever it might be. You might be seeing that person in a different way, where you're actually beginning to see that, wow, maybe this person's onto something. And even though you might not be following them or interacting with them, you may feel very inspired, like you're seeing their path and you're like following that path in your own way, like to your own freedom, like stepping out of conforming, stepping out of like being a certain way. So I feel in this way also something is healing, to where there may have been a certain personality characteristic that really drove you up the wall, like a certain kind of person you couldn't stand. And maybe for some of you, it was actually a specific person. I feel like you're making peace with that, so it's not bothering you anymore. Even if you don't talk to the person, even if you don't hash it out with them, it's just, you're like, wow, you know what? I can kind of see this person's thinking, or I can kind of understand why they're living life in that way. And you're learning a different way of doing things for yourself, or you're being inspired in some way. Your next card here, Libra, is Endurance. And so remember how we talked about playfulness with the seals? We've got all these little dolphins here in the background. The dolphins are definitely a symbol of playfulness, right? And so this is endurance. So this is saying, and again, the orange is jumping out, guys. Sacral chakra, sacral chakra. I feel like with this card here, the dolphins and then the playfulness with the seals, Spirit is saying that some of you are realizing how there may be challenges in this new way of doing things, this new way of going about life, this new way of, kind of embracing yourself, right? And it can feel tiring, because what happens when we're releasing blocks and when we're changing and we're transforming, we will become exhausted, right? Sometimes, people might say, I'm really happy for what I have in my life, or a lot of really great things have happened, but I'm just not able to enjoy it because I just feel so exhausted, or I just feel so like I don't have energy. And that's because you're releasing blocks, you're clearing, right? Like you're receiving while you're clearing. And so endurance can be challenging in that way. Like, where do I find the energy? How do I keep pushing through these changes? And the answer with the little dolphins jumping out at me and then the seals in the previous card is through play, right? Play, 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 play. Try to do things that are fun for you. Don't let, like that whole spoonful of sugar element. Like, they're swimming, but there may be a playfulness. They may be playing a game while they're swimming or getting to where they're going. Try to bring elements of fun into it. Try to bring elements to where you can enjoy the work that you're doing, right? Maybe you're like, wow, I really got to clean out that garage before I go back to work. Or, man, I got like a hoarding situation on my hands right now. I really got to go through this stuff, or whatever it might be. The answer to that is going to be, maybe turn on some music, maybe have like something funny playing in the background, maybe go through and go through the memories of, oh, I remember this and I remember that, and try to approach it from a way where you can somehow enjoy it, or give gratitude for it, right? Like, oh, I'm going to give this away, but I'm going to be in gratitude. I'm going to remember, certain things that it reminds me of, and be in gratitude for that. So just try to find ways to bring a sense of playfulness, and find ways to do things that you enjoy doing, or that make your day more enjoyable, Your next card here, Libra, is happiness. How very lovely. This definitely has a 3 of Cups vibe to it, right? So a lot of you are just like, you're not interested in drama. Like, you just want to have a good time. You're not interested in gossip. You're not interested in like pettiness or competition. Like, you're only wanting to be around people that you can enjoy life with, that you can be happy for, they can be happy for you. Some of you, and those of you that watch my readings, you know that I try to focus on life outside of love and romance in the weekly forecasts, because every month I do a love reading once a month, and then I do the weekly forecasts. So I just will say this real quick, and I haven't done the love readings for August yet. They're going to be up in the next couple of days. But some of you Libras might be leaving a relationship that's been kind of toxic. Like, maybe the person was always depressed or unhappy, and you were always trying to cheer them up, or you were always trying to be the solution, and it just got really exhausting, and you had the epiphany of, you know what? They have to do their work. I can't do their work for them, right? Like, I tried to be supportive, I tried to be here, but they're digging in their heels and they don't want to do the work, and I'm too tired for it. I can't do it anymore. So some of you might be stepping away from a very negative person, or it could be friendships, right? Like, maybe you just have some friends that no matter what you say, no matter what you do, they can be very negative, and they might just kind of be bringing you down, right? And Libra, maybe some of you have been made to feel that way. Maybe you've had friends or family be like, oh, Libra, every time I try to say something positive, like you just, dismiss it, and you just become all negative about it. Whether it was a cycle you were in personally, or if it was a cycle you were trying to get somebody out of, you're not doing it anymore. You're just like, you're ready to be happy, and you're ready to be around positive people. You don't have the time or the patience for anything outside of that. And I still feel like a Three of Cups vibe here that came up for a couple of the signs in last week's reading. I don't know if it came up for you guys, but I got like the element of like healing feminine relationships. And I don't only mean love and romance, you know, like maybe you're somebody that you felt like, man, you know, women in my life, they've been really catty, they've been really competitive, or they've just been really untrustworthy or negative or critical or whatever. You might be healing that feminine wound by having more higher vibrational female interaction in your life, not necessarily romantic. All right, we're going to go ahead and see what message is coming up for you from this deck. Guys, I think I used this deck one time last summer, and some people really didn't like it. They did not like it because some of the cards are really, really deep. Like some of them was like, whoa, that made my brain hurt. So you guys, we'll see. We'll see what comes up for you guys. If you guys like it, let me know. If you guys want to see a whole reading with this deck, let me know. And then before the summer's over, I'll do a reading with just using this card for the whole reading, or these cards for the whole reading. So what you guys have is the narwhal. The narwhal is a type of whale. And so it says, as your confidence increases, so does your ability. That doesn't surprise me, because we talked about embracing yourself and like your natural self and feeling good in the natural self. But I also talked about the sacral chakra. So confidence is also linked to the sacral chakra as well as the solar plexus. But so that confidence is a theme for you guys this week, guys. Confidence is a theme for you guys this week. 35 can be read two ways. It can be 3 plus 5 equals 8, or it could be 3 and 5, two messages, separate messages together. And I'm feeling it more as the two separate messages together. 8 obviously is a number of abundance, and some of you may be manifesting that through your confidence. But 3 is the number of the ascended masters, and 5 is the number of change. So to see 3 and 5 coming together tells me that you guys are going through some really massive changes right now. Really, really big life changes, really big shifts where you're breaking out of old karmas, old blocks, you know, old contracts and agreements. You're breaking out of that stuff. And as you're clearing the old karma, the ascended masters are with you. Right? Narwhals are whales. Whales are typically seen as very peaceful, but the narwhal also has the sword. Like, well, it's not really a sword. It's a bone that sticks out of their, you know, I don't know if I want to say nose, but you know what I mean, out of their face. They got this like the big pointy unicorn horn. And so to me, this is kind of like you're gentle and you're kind, but at the same time, you are ready to protect yourself or defend yourself. So I feel like a lot of you are coming into that balance in that way too, where you're like, hey, I'm peaceful and I'm cool and I'm not starting anything, but I'm ready to defend myself if I need to. So there could be an element of like standing up for yourself for a lot of you as well, right? And you guys are associated with the Justice card and that whole justice and fairness energy, right? Like standing up for what's right or standing up for yourself. You guys are embracing that energy. Okay, Libra? So if you'd like a private reading, you can click on the Calendly link and schedule a private reading with me there. You can check out the channeled angel messages for August that are linked in the description of this video. The love readings will be up in the next couple of days, so subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, and you'll get a notice when those are up. And I thank you guys. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Don't forget the daily messages on Instagram and Facebook, amethystangellight. And I thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Take care, Libra. Bye.